This is a public service announcement. Look, I suck at Fortnite. Space is average. But all you players out there, there's a game, Red versus Blue. If you see the name opOppOpus there, it's my man Homeless Joe. At this game, like he always says, fear him like you fear God.
No exaggeration, he's a bad man.
I've seen him pull some crazy numbers. He once did 160 kills in one game. The second best was a very good player who pulled like not even 80.
Joe is a beast.
The reason why I'm opening this channel for him, because his whole ass don't understand that he's actually playing human players.
He believes he's playing against the AI of the game.
Yesterday he asked me if I could call the company who made Fortnite to ask how to raise the level of difficulty because the game was too easy for him.
Listen man, Homeless Joe is the nicest person I know.
No one hates Joe.
But when he plays that game, he talks a whole lot of shit.
If he realized that he was playing against other people,
especially kids,
I think he would have so much pity that he wouldn't play the game anymore.
I just think it's hilarious how good he is. I don't get it.
I used my partner in crime, Dog the Dog, to record him.
What up, folks?
So go to YouTube and check his channel, Homeless Joe.
We'll eventually post his games on there.
For all you players.
Bring it on if you think you can hang, and if not, then let me do my thing.
Tell your AI friends that in this room, I am God. So I suggest you assemble to deal with me. In the end, the enemy will spoil me with gifts, and my teammates will protect their king.
Mr. Musk thinks. Are we living in simulation?
I find it hard to argue against that possibility.
You have suggested that we are all collectively right now living in a simulation. What does that mean?
If you look at say, the advancement of video games from, say, 40 years ago when we started out with Pong, and you just had, like, you know, rectangles batting a rectangle to each other. And now we've got photorealistic 3D simulations with millions of people playing simultaneously, or 3D games with millions of people playing simultaneously that are just getting better. Now we've got virtual reality headsets, so you can just put it on and it feels like you're right there. You'll have haptic feedback, meaning force feedback sticks, so you can actually pick up something and feel like you're picking up something. I mean, the video games will be indistinguishable from reality.
But you don't think that we're in a game right now?
Okay, well, but
we are all. Somebody has a joystick somewhere else in some other. You know where I'm going.
It certainly doesn't feel like that. I mean, I don't think I'm being played by somebody in a video game. But then people in video games don't generally think that.
In your research, you found things that forced you to consider the likelihood that somebody programmed us.
You look at our computing power today, and you say, I have the power to program a world inside of a computer. Well, imagine in the future where you have even more power than that, and you can create characters that have, for example, free will, or their own perception of free will. So this is a world, and I program in the laws that govern that world. That world will have its own laws of physics and chemistry and biology. Now you're a character in that world and you think you have free will, and you say, I want to invent a computer. So you do. Hey, I want to create a world in my computer. And then that world creates a world in its computer. And then you have simulations all the way down.
So you're saying as you dig deeper, you find computer code writ in the fabric of the cosmos.
Into the equations that we want to use to describe the cosmos, yes.
Computer code.
Computer code, strings of bits of ones and zeros.
It's not just sort of resembles computer code. You're saying it is computer code.
It's not even just is computer code, it's a special kind of computer code that was invented by a scientist named Claude Shannon in the 1940s. That's what we find very, very deeply inside the equations that occur in string theory and in general in systems that we say are supersymmetric.
A lot of people think it's all about them. They really do. They think it's all about them. They have to understand things that's somehow related to them. It's all about them. And I think that one of the things that science actually teaches us is that it's not all about us. We may be struggling with the description that we're trying to construct, but the universe doesn't care whether I understand or don't understand. The universe doesn't care whether I exist or not exist. The universe, at least as I have studied it, is, I'm going to retreat into Einstein. At the end of the day, it is an extraordinary mystery. That's the sense that I get from having studied science for now 50 years almost. That we live in this place of mystery, and we need to accept a humbleness about our efforts to go out and explain that chess game that you described.